It's the power play with intriguing head-to-heads that you look at. You just wonder about the power play. It looks as if it's Sam Billings, the young Englishman, who, I'll tell you what, that'll be a test for Dwayne Smith, because Sam Billings is like a March hare between the wickets, and I'm not so sure that Dwayne Smith is that keen on the singles. He likes 4s and 6s.
The Lahore Qalandars, I thought, bowled very well yesterday, particularly in the power play. And Brendan McCullum confirmed that they played, let's say, about 80% of the game very well, but managed to muck things up in the middle of their batting effort and towards the end. So they're just looking for a repeat of that bowling and fielding effort against Dwayne Smith and company. Smith was steady in his innings in the first match, and then he tried to explode towards the end. He was a little bit slow in the early goings, but he can be a dangerous player.
Dwayne Smith, Grant Elliott, all-rounder with the Qalandars, and we're going to start with Sohail Tanvir from Lahore, who yesterday completed 250 wickets in his 2020 career, the 11th player to achieve the milestone, and Basit Khan will give you the first 10 in due course. Well, he's got a box of tricks. He doesn't really swing the ball back into the right-hander.
Play.
So here we go.
Running.
In fact, it was one of those shots down the ground that Dwayne Smith got off the mark with in the first game, and we thought it was something special in store. He slowed down for a lot of his innings after that. He looks in decent touch, and just on Sohail Tanvir, I think occasionally he can get the ball to curl back into the right-handers, but you don't see it as much as the one that goes away from them. But his control of length, his ability to assess conditions early, Basit, is what I think has made him a top-notch bowler in this format.
The awkward action and the swing that he gets early on makes it difficult to batsmen to get after him. But there we go, just swing it away from the right-hander, and because of the left arm angle, it exaggerates the movement a little bit. But what I'm excited about is that it's a fresh pitch. How much bounce it'll have, because the first day we saw a very good wicket to bat on.
Running.
Keep an eye on Sam Billings, because he's electric in the field for a start. He's just a natural athlete. He's a wicket keeper, but he fields in the outfield. And also, as a young fellow, he went to Loughborough University, one of the premier sporting universities in England.
The only black mark against him then.
He also had a trial as a youngster with Tottenham Hotspur Football Club, with Spurs.
2 black marks against him.
Running.
If it was Man United, it would have been news, Alan, but it's not. But I think he's an exciting player. We saw him a little bit in the IPL for a couple of matches, I think with the Delhi Daredevils last year. He played 1 or 2 useful knocks. Nice covering of grass on the surface, though, and that should aid his stroke play rather than him having to feel comfortable against the turning ball that we saw particularly late yesterday.
Just seems a little drier than what we saw the very first day. So maybe not as much pace. And for that reason, we saw that edge going straight to ground. But still, I think it won't spill as much as it did yesterday. So we're in for some big innings.
It's good to see Mohammad Irfan going through that little feeling process there with perfection. He had a little blooper yesterday. Sweet, nice carry.
That's you.
2 without loss.
Go break. Minute for Pakistan, 34 volt. Seconds. 10 per world. World back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. World is back. Q1 for World Cups. Another 30 for Pakistan.
So it's another double-header here today at the Dubai International Cricket Stadium. Islamabad having been put into bat by Brendan McCullum, the Qalandars captain.
10 for Pakistan. Pakistan back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back running.
I think that's going down. This is Mohammad Irfan Jr. along his side. His name. He's quite a unit. He was down the leg side for his first over, but he got his line corrected, and he was quite a proposition. He's tall. So we're in obviously the first 6 overs. Bish, what sort of mind strategies are there in the first 6 overs? Islamabad were there. There's Brad Haddin with 4 50s in his last 5 innings. You've got Dwayne Smith, Misbah, Haddin and Sam Billings. And Lahore now with Mohammad Irfan Jr., Sohail Tanvir, Yasir Shah, Sunil Narain. The procedure, if you like, of trying to assert ascendancy in the first 6 overs, is it more difficult for bowlers or for batsmen?
Well, Alan, I think it depends on the conditions, really. We saw the Lahore Qalandars yesterday bowl beautifully. They restricted the opposition to 26 runs in the first 6 overs. That was brilliant, even though they didn't go on to win the game. It's very gloomy overhead, and really that you'd think is in the bowler's favour. So they'll be comfortable bowling here. And for Islamabad, I think it's a matter of unfortunately, no Shahil. But they need to get Smith and Billings to fire, because if you break the game up into compartments, the first 6, then the middle overs, and then you're looking at the last 5 or 6 overs to accelerate. So they will want to. We saw 53 and 52 on the first game in the power play. That is an ideal start. 52-53 in that first 6. So that's the battle here.
Running.
Fine looking shot by Sam Billings. I beg your pardon. By Dwayne Smith, as Sam Billings was looking for the 2nd run there.
Irfan in his first game got rid of Peterson. T20 debut and got a 3-for. Did really well for Lahore Qalandars. Ideal start to his T20 career. The other real challenge for both these openers is that they have awkward actions to deal with. Billings will not have played against Irfan at all, and he races away for 2nd, and very, very quick, but he did a disservice to Dwayne Smith. He's done well there as well.
Well, he has, but you see, immediately Billings had 2 in his head. The moment that ball left his bat. Watch Billings here. Now Smith, I think, is content with 1, but Billings says, no, you're coming.
No, I'm going to pick up for the West Indian here. Smith was equal to the task. Equal to the task.
Love to set a challenge there, Bish. Look, Billings wants another one. Where's Dwayne Smith now? It's 6 for no wicket.
2 overs gone, 6 runs on the board. So Lahore Qalandars in good control of the situation, and that goes back to conditions again for viewers sitting at home. The ball is bouncing on a fresh pitch, as you've heard, well grassed, and I like the fact that the groundsman has elected to leave grass on the 2 pitches that we've had. It brings the bowlers with the new ball back to the contest. There is seam, there is bounce, and we saw Mohamed Amir yesterday bowl the best over of the tournament so far, in my view.
Running.
And just to let you know, my name is still the same. I haven't changed my name yet, and that I think will go on throughout the competition.
We are thinking of the alternative.
Yeah, Mel Jones has come up with a couple of solutions, but until someone betters Darren Sammy's catch and celebration, which will not happen in this PSL, remember the name. It will still be Ian Bishop.
Remember the name. How can we forget the name?
Running.
You're the man. You're the man. Skewed off the outside edge. And Smith goes back for 2. That's good running from the West Indian opener. And a nice piece of fielding as well.
He does like the leg side, and again trying to drag it to the onside. Sohail Tanveer will get the ball moving away from him. There you go, just the ball moving away with the angle, and he's trying to hit it, well, almost mid-wicket. He's got a thick edge. But that's the way he will play, he won't change.
Running.
His offside play has improved a little bit, Bassett. You're right. The leg side is the strength of Dwayne Smith, but he's tried, given the exposure. And look, Brendan McCullum will know him well. They played together in the same team in the IPL. They opened the batting together. So McCullum will know the strengths of Dwayne Smith very well. So too will Sohail Tanveer. So there will be definite plans here to stay away from the leg stump.
Gateway. Done. Running. Last ball.
Rotation of strike is good, Alan. I know that you're enamored with Sam Billings' quickness between the sticks. But if the boundaries aren't coming, I think Quetta only took 2 boundaries off the Lahore Qalandars opening 6 overs yesterday. Rotate strike, put pressure on the bowlers.
Did Usain Bolt also go to Loughborough?
Well, actually, he couldn't get in. Yeah. Well, you can watch this match live on cricketgateway.com anywhere around the world. Handsome. That's the first boundary of the innings from Sam Billings. 13 for no wicket.
The other thing that we will notice about the uniqueness of Mohammad Irfan's action is look at where his bowling arm comes down. It doesn't pull past his left hip. It pulls down between the legs. And that's why the ball is angled into the batsman and swings in or seams in even more. It's quite unique for many reasons, that bowling action.
Yes, it's a very square on. It doesn't. It's the action that if he doesn't get his line right, look how square on that chest is facing the batsman here. And it comes in his arm, his bowling arm comes over on almost towards his left shoulder. So it pushes it down leg side. It's a good stop, that is. Jason Roy.
In many ways, like Sohail Tanvir, the bowling arm comes down between the legs. So it creates an interesting angle, and that's why it goes into the right-hander, partly wide.
Yeah, both bowlers from Sohail Tanvir and Irfan have probably the same delivery stride. The right foot off the ground.
That's tough on the bowler. It's a Yorker really, but it's got the inside bottom edge of the bat and it's gone for 4.
Third boundary, 2 fine leg. The most unconvincing one, this one. It was a good delivery. He went for the Yorker, almost got it perfect. Well, did get it perfect. Inside edge, and Smith gets a boundary, but they need those boundaries halfway through the power play.
VIP box at some stage. Running. No ball.
Not good. Free hit. Free hit.
Just his last few deliveries, a little bit of momentum bish for United. And, well, close but over. It's a very good call by the umpire to actually call that. But here comes the free hit.
Yeah, we thought it was going to go in that direction. He took pace off it, but Smith just stored his power momentarily, and that was long enough to be able to loft it down the ground. Nice cool and cool boundary.
Yeah, just waited for it. Slow one, let it arrive, and then muscle it. It's got a lot of muscle. So once he spotted the slow one and adjusted, he was always going to move that.
Last ball.
They've gone past where Quetta went in the power play yesterday, 27 without loss. Quetta only got 26 in 6 overs. Wonder if McCullum is thinking maybe a change up of the bowling. He's got his leg spinner, he's got Batty, Bilal Batty.
That's the over.
15 off the over, 28 without loss.
Perfect.
Lost the toss today to Brendan McCullum. Brendan McCullum putting in Islamabad United. Lahore losing yesterday to Quetta Gladiators. Islamabad with a win.
2, 1. Everyone's back. Continue comes. Running.
Bilwal Bhatti. Nice bounce.
You've got two of the more unusual actions here on the left of your screen. Mohammad Irfan on the right. You've got the left-handed Sohail Tanvir, and it's almost like a mirror image, isn't it? The bowling arm for each bowler comes over the wrong shoulder, and they almost bowl off the wrong foot. It would, I would think, put an enormous amount of strain on the bowling shoulder.
Call it a windmill action, wouldn't you?
Running.
Yeah, it is.
Back home we call it a pakka, which means a fan.
A pakka.
A pakka action.
A pakka action.
Yeah, which means a fan.
Yeah, look at that. Now, just at least on the left, Irfan is looking at his target, but who's Tanvir looking at? You see, his head is not even looking at the batsman.
Captain's at cover, so he's looking at him.
That is an amazing comparison of actions. It's not quite off the wrong foot, because the leading foot is in the right place. It's not quite off the wrong foot. In years gone by, there was one of the great South African all-rounders, Mike Proctor, who had a similar kind of action, and I had the privilege of playing in his team.
50s, 70s.
He played in the 80s. I'm going to put a request in. So I have to get rid of Bazid Khan. The moment you've been on Twitter, you know, you can't stop you. But he had, you know, many people thought that Mike Proctor bowled off the wrong foot. He didn't, but it was just that that front foot didn't stretch as much as others. But he was genuinely fast. And then, of course, you think of unusual actions. You think, which bowler do you think has had the most unusual action of all? You would probably say Paul Adams, the left arm spinner from South Africa. And there's another one there now. Well, Jasprit Bumrah has a very unusual action, the Indian medium pacer, but it's a very effective bowler.
Malinga.
Clattered himself into the grill of his helmet.
He's known for playing in awkward areas, but this was awkward for himself. He's hit him on the head and headed it home.
Well, so could have been a case of Sam Fillings.
But I think the length that Bhatti has bowled in this over, Hawkeye would be able to confirm. They may not have enough time, but he's bowled back of the length and on a good length, and he's hit the pitch hard, and he's gotten the ball to bounce, and I think that's where Billings felt he could premeditate the length that was coming at him, if not the line, and almost did some harm to himself. Excellent length.
That's you.
34 without loss.
Go break. Pakistan will try for a minute. 15 forward. Ball back in there. Ball back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ball is back, another 30 for Pakistan. Pakistan back in another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everyone's back. Keon comes. Running.
And all 7'1" of him. Sitting in, watching his teammates out in the middle. Smith and Billings. He was going rather swimmingly here at 38 without loss. Jonesy, you play those in your sleep.
I wish I did. This is the wonderful way the new game is going. Look at Brendan McCullum, all over it. Just too much pace on the ball there from Smith on that occasion, but read the ball well. And what an opportunity to be down on the ground and getting a real sense of what's going on out in the middle.
Just hope it doesn't rain, Melanie Jones. Don't want to melt.
Well, it's been grey and it's been a little bit of sprinkles around, but I think we'll be okay. It's still quite warm. You feel so very close to the action, though. So you can get a real sense of the atmosphere in terms of the players, the vibe. If they're up and about, they certainly are at the moment. Lights have just come on as well.
Running.
Oh, thick edge. Gonna race away here. Oh, too easy. Didn't quite intend it to go down there, Sam Billings, but he'll take it nonetheless.
Well, that he will. It's been a slowish kind of start. They're getting a sense of what this new pitch has been like. But what the best thing about it for Islamabad is that they haven't lost a wicket. And that gives them a really good launching pad.
Callum at slip. Narayan with his box of tricks. False start here on this occasion. Yeah, half the over gone. He's gone for 9. Very unlike him.
Well, was it a false start? Sometimes I think the bowlers actually just pull up just to see what the batters are going to do.
And that is sweet again. Couple of bounces behind deep backward square for Billings. He's on a roll.
Yeah, I like this shot. And you just sense that Dwayne Smith wants to get going. Sam Billings now joining the party. Really safe shot. Doesn't swivel the head too soon. Keeps his eye down on the ball. Lets his hands do the talking.
It's prompted McCullum to make a few changes. A few changes of headgear here too. Saturday afternoon here in Dubai at the International Sports Stadium. Nice little noodle around the corner. So we've had some boundaries. We've had 3 in fact. And a couple of singles as well. There's a stunning posse to be almost sideline here. Rambo's late, here he comes. Mr. Pakistan. Rambo, where have you been, buddy? Cup of chai, lovey. No red carpet.
That's the over.
And the end of the power play. And the United boys are 48 for none.
Go break. Pakistan will try for a minute for you. Minute for you. 10 for Worlds. Minute for Pakistan. World back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. World is back in queue on for World Cups. Another 20s for Pakistan. Back in 10 seconds. Back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everyone's back. Here comes.
Oh, welcome guys. Sorry I was late. I couldn't have missed my cup of tea. Nobody told me that you guys were down here. The Keen machine was here.
Running.
That's a drive.
It's 50.
50 is raised for Islamabad. Here comes the truck. Couldn't have missed my cup of tea. And
Running.
look at the commentary position. It's just glorious to be out there and feel the nature, feel the buzz, feel the stroke play. That's gone for 4, I think. So Yasser Shah being attacked early in the piece there.
Well, you can just get the sense in the last over of the power play that Billings and Smith really wanted to try and start to put the foot down. They're continuing it on now that Yasser Shah has come on.
Running.
That's good batting. Hitting him for a 4, then working the vacant area for a run. Waqas Shahid has tweeted boundaries coming easily for Islamabad United. Yes, after a slow start, they are gaining pace and momentum.
Yeah, it's a good shout. They're also rotating the strike really well.
That's pretty lazy. That really is lazy. There should only have been 1.
Yeah, you just sense there needs to be a bit of urgency here because they've got off to a good start here of Islamabad. 57 without loss.
Running.
Trying to get too cute there, Akmal. That's how you do it.
Last ball.
Umar, take note, brother.
Yeah, I mean, you build pressure through fielding, and in a situation like this, you've got to be just a little bit more alert. 58 without a wicket. Islamabad, they've got strong platform set up.
Running. Last ball.
Excellent batting. Good use of the feet, playing against the spin. Another single.
That's you.
A very good over. 59 without a wicket.
Go break. Naveed, can we do HBL box? And you cricket yourself just in one. Back in 10. Back in 5. 4. 3, 2, 1. Ball is back. Everyone's back. Here comes.
That's the effect of T20 cricket. A lot of new audiences, kids, women, girls. Wanted a bit of shelter. Yes, she's on the big screen. Wave, 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 darling.
Yeah, it's fine.
You're right, Ramiz. It's the way right around the world at the moment between
Running.
T20 Blast and Big Bash. Whole new audiences right across the game, which is fantastic.
That's a HBL VIP box.
Well, that's the best seat in the house, the HBL box. Pictures coming to you courtesy HBL Spider Cam. So what happens if Sunil Narayan is not given a wicket? I think that should be the philosophy here, the strategy here from Islamabad, because he can make a difference. So not give him a wicket, play him out safely, because they've got overs and plenty of overs really to dictate terms later on in the innings. So this is a critical phase for the Qalandars. Sunil need to pick a wicket or 2.
Yeah, we keep saying that at different stages, don't we, in any form of the game. But in T20, wickets is just as important as a test match or a 50-over contest. Now they have got off to this opening stand of 62 without loss. Need a wicket or 2.
Jesse!
Well done to United there. Really good awareness from Billings and Smith. And you just watch here, McCullum just trying to hurry Smith up. They've batted together so many times in the IPL, McCullum and Smith. So McCullum just saying, I know you possibly just dawdle a little bit.
Catch it!
Well, the leading edge off Narayan. Falls safely for Smith, so he carries on his merry way.
Running.
Crickingif.com is the way to go on the internet. And viewers in Pakistan can watch the game live on cricketgateway.pk and PSL-T20.com.
That's over.
That's well fielded, well collected in the deep. After 8, it's 66 without a wicket.
Go break. Looks like we'll have a delay. Pakistan will try for a minute. World back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. World is back in queue on for World Cups.
So what's happening there? Well, yeah, I think too much advertising. That part is being taped.
20 for Pakistan.
Now it looks like the pocket itself. Sometimes when you're running, your thumb gets caught in it and it can tear and it just makes it open, you know, a larger space. So just
10
covering up the pocket
balls.
so that
Pakistan
hands can't
back
get caught in it.
5, 4,
Good call,
3,
Mel.
2, 1. Everyone's back.
This is a good partnership. Partnership 66 from 49, both in the 30s now. Yeah, I mean, the start was a difficult one, but they didn't look too anxious. They didn't throw away the wicket. They did not panic, and now the fruits are showing in the form of this partnership.
it's been a really measured partnership, hasn't it? 66 from 49, but even that last over against Narayan, they just played it smart. They didn't try and build him to all parts. They still got 7 off it. So it looks as if they're doing a really concerted effort to match up their skill set against the opposition and try and capitalise as much as possible on the bowlers that they think they match up well against.
You got a fabulous ringside view from here. Really is nice out here. Oh, in the slot, he wanted to hit it big over mid-wicket, missed it. Now Bilawal Bhatti can be a little slippery. He's already hit the batsman once on the helmet. He's a shorter stature, but he can pack a punch. Pretty sharp.
Yeah, we've seen him over the years, haven't we, Rambo? Skiddy and deceptively quick with that fast arm action. Bilawal Bhatti. Yeah, remember him, a hostile spell there in Sharjah, Test series in late 2011, up against Sri Lanka.
Oh, that's gone. Magnificent 6. Big shot. This time connected beautifully by Billings. Setting the tone here. Current run rate almost 9.
And I tell you what, the ground staff, they've brought in the boundary here in Dubai, and it's in the slot. He doesn't miss it this time, Billings. He gives it a bit of Billings boom boom all the way.
That's the great shot there. You can see him setting himself deep in the crease just to give himself a little bit of room to move. And I think what they probably said was, let's just get as many as we can nice and safely off Narayan, but whoever comes on next, let's see if we can really capitalise.
Oh, this time different length outside the off stump. Still favouring the shorter side of the turf. Backing himself, Bilawal Bhatti.
Yeah, I think Billings will be disappointed that he didn't get something on that as well. You can just see the shift in this over. Getting the sense that United really want to put the foot down.
Well, Jones, you were out there doing your pitch report. And looks so good. He doesn't. Lovely, even covering of live and not so live grass.
Looks really good. Looks like the first pitch in a lot of ways. Had a chat to the curator, Toby, who's a guy from Melbourne, so I've met him a couple of times. And he's new in here, and what he wanted to produce was a pitch that offered a little bit of pace, which is great. And that's why there's a good bit of grass coverage. It's still got the Pakistan soil as the base, so he's got the options now of creating any kind of pitch he wants. So hopefully these pitches here today, which we've seen in the first game when 190 odd was put on the board, can offer a lot of runs, but still gives the bowlers something.
Not only the pacers, but also the spinners would want this extra bit of bounce and life. There you see Bilawal Bhatti once again targeting the shorter length. 3 times in a row now. This is interesting stuff from him.
Oh, it's entertaining, that's what it is. Skiddy, whippy. Tell you what, Smith is very good at that stroke as well. So he's missed out there. Billings has missed out at one. A little shake of the head and a rueful smile from the Bayesian. So men set up for pull shots. Third man's back for the little ramp. And even the one at extra cover on the fence. There's Elliott, deep backward square, but uppercut maybe.
That's good bowling. What a good comeback after being hit for a 6.
That's the over.
73 without a wicket. Tanveer once again very miserly up front. He is such an asset in limited overs cricket. But Islamabad now need to amp it a bit. Current run rate 8.11. All 10 wickets in hand. They can experiment, improvise, do different things. That's the beauty of a good solid opening start.
Well, let's breach 200 here this afternoon. 12s will get into that from here on in. What has Billings got? Keeper comes up. Here comes Elliott.
Bowl in. Trying the dinky shot. Not working. And so a result straight away. Elia there getting rid of the opening partnership with a benign delivery. It was a soft ball, but Billings wanted to do something. And well, he's missed out on a straighter ball bowled after scoring 37. It was a good innings. Islamabad 73 for 1.
Johnny Gloucester, the physio there for Lahore. He's been all around the globe. Here's another Aussie. Mr. Gloucester's an Aussie, so's this guy. Fresh off his 73 man of the match. He played quite well for 73. What's he got here? Batting at first drop for Islamabad in match 4.
Yeah, look to be busy, rotate the strike, get a single, hit a 4. There he goes, straight down the ground. That's beautifully stopped. That's good fielding. Omar Akmal there with a very, very good stop. That ball rushed across to him in a jiffy. This is how he was dismissed, Castle. Yeah, making room, extra bit of room. Off the first delivery of a new bowler, he's flirting with wrist.
Yeah, you can see why he's furious. Yeah, there, says it everything, doesn't it? Says everything. There's another! Both openers are out of here! Courtesy of Grant Elliott out of Joburg in New Zealand. Brilliant. Gloucester loved it too, sideline. Was he not so with his mate Tawsif Ahmed? The big Bayesian heads back. He got into the 30s as well. Has to disappear for 31 from 29. And Islamabad, second one down at 74.
Back in 10. Back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back, Keon comes.
Well, the situation has changed quite dramatically within a space of what few deliveries. Islamabad now 2 down for 74. Misbah Haq didn't bat in the first match. The strike rate is not bad, 126.72. But a filler turning out to be a plunderer. Straight deliveries, hitting the stumps, doing the basics well here. Just a little bit of in-swing and that was it. Massive success in this over, getting rid of 2 openers.
What?
It's a stylish way to get off the mark.
No!
Started to drizzle just a bit. And we know it because we're out here in the open.
Last one.
Yeah, top of league stump again. Little bit of off cut, just enough. Little hint of it, seam up. Yeah, nip back. Good stuff from Grant Elliott.
Oh, very close of picking up another one. What an over. Turned the course, surely. In fact, one more ball to come.
Well, he's just showing that you can keep things pretty simple and still pick up wickets.
Last ball.
Unfortunately, we said it was about 50% chance of rain. It's not that heavy at the moment. It's Grant Elliott, 2 bowled, Smith and
Running. Last.
Billings. Not going to bother your hair, Danny, you'll be right.
That's the over.
76 for 2 for the loss of 10.
Go break.
Right, we're off. Gentlemen, get in here and do something.
Billings. Back in 10. Comms can queue on, yeah, they're there. Comms can queue on. Running? No, stop. Running. Comms queue on. Yeah.
Well, you know, the variety factor of the Pakistan Super League is that you can get anyone to come in and commentate, but we got a special guy right here. We got Dean Jones, who's the former Australian number 4, 52 test matches, and now he's coaching Islamabad United. Well done, Dino. Thanks for coming in.
No, it's a pleasure. Hello, everyone. Hope you're enjoying the match, and hopefully this rain stays away. Just got a little bit of a, bit of running coming in there. So Oh, look good in red. Comes up good, doesn't it, on the screen? I like that. It's good.
Dino, I wasn't. Yeah, look, he's gone off straight away, isn't he? Gone off on a. What's you thinking now? You got 77 for 2. We're just started the 11th over. How do you feel about that?
Oh, it was a great over by Elliott. Had to peg it back. Things have changed a little bit. I like, of course, we've got Bassett as a very good reader of the pitches, and I've worked a lot with him here and the boys. So I'm just trying to think, what do you think, Baz? Is it a 160 pitch? Is it around there? That type is par?
I don't think it's as good as the first day. So yeah, 160, maybe 170 if you can really go hard. And then obviously you have to bowl well. I think Qalandars will be top heavy. They'll come at you.
What we have seen, Dino, is that these pitches, you compare them with last year. Last year you had the slower you bowled, the more reward you got from it. Here on the first day, and you've seen the pitch has gone through a little bit, hasn't it? The ball has gone through.
Yeah, it's quite bizarre. And as you can see, look at Misbah's just looking around, trying to get his eyes accustomed there to the pitch. And he's just looking around the spots. It's a nice little trick, just trying to get his eyes accustomed with the lights here, which is a little bit different here. But you're right. I still think it's a pitch that if you try to slog on, I think you'll get out. But if you play good cricket shots, proper cricket shots, then you'll be fine with it.
Running.
I think it's these shirts you're wearing, Dino. We have to sort of blink a few times to get used to the light reflecting off the shirts. I mean, it's like this, Dino. Look, Bassett, are you okay there?
Much better in Shalwar Kameez though, don't you?
Yeah.
It was the opening ceremony. It looked great on TV. Everyone just really enjoyed it, and hopefully now we can everyone's put up some really good cricket. With the pitch was a little bit slow last year. The ground looks fabulous. So look, the crowds are really starting to enjoying it. Are you a face painter, Wilco? Would you put green and white on your face?
Do you know what I thought you asked me then? I thought you asked me if I was a pacemaker. I thought
you're about to have one.
And yeah, I reckon I get in fact, I'd have the red dragon on there today, because it's a big rugby match taking place in Cardiff today. Wales against England, and Wales. Obviously, you're wearing the red of Wales. So I mean, that's going to happen, isn't it?
Well, just for our folks watching, Jones is from Wales. Originally, is from Wales.
Here, look at this.
There it is.
Just come here. Have a look at my name. Have a look at my name. There we are. I am Alan Hayden Jones. That is my new name. Have you got it?
Last one.
It's a good-looking shot for 1 run.
That's the over.
And it's the end of the over. It's 79 for 2.
Go green. Yes, I do. Naveen.
Well, on a very clear day, you can see a bit further than that. But today we've got some cloud around. There's a chance, a higher percentage of rain today. But there's a few little specks of rain. I just keep fingers crossed that we're not going to get any interruption to play. Tell you what, we've got Dean Jones sitting alongside us, Bazid Khan as well. Dino, the current run rate at just over 7. You're happy with that? Brad Haddin has got the gearbox to go through the gears very quickly to change the complexion of the game. He's batting magnificently, isn't he?
I don't know his stats, and maybe your guys will get them up, but he's got 4 or 5 50s in the last 6 or 7 knocks for us in a row.
4 out of 5.
4 out of 5, yeah. And I think we've won, technically, if you look at last year, we've got 6 wins in a row at the moment as well. So all in all, things are just starting to look at that. Oh my word! Like you dream of stuff of that. And we look at the strike rate, folks. Of course, the runs are very important, but 146, you get over 125, you're doing amazing. But to turn 50s, that's the point. To get guys making 50s.
Catch it!
And there's another nice little sweep there. But, oh, now we'll take it. Thank you very much.
Overrun it. Just his second match, and we've all done this. The sweep shot from Misbah, and it's going to spin. But most of us have done this. Overrun the ball, and it always tends to miss you.
Well, that's just a basic element of fielding that you learn in school, but it can make a... Oops, you have another go. It can make a fool of anyone down there at deep backward square, Baz.
Very true. Dean, I've always been intrigued about this strategic timeout. As a coach, what do you say? What do you do in this 3 minutes you've got?
Well, it's a good call, because if we call for it, I've got to run out there. And I have no idea what to say, folks, to them. I think it's about to load up and understand that, you know, hopefully one of these boys can try to get their strike rates over 120. They've got a figure in mind, maybe 160, 170. But Wilco's, I don't know what your name is really. Like you've only got one L, and there's all 2 L's in Allen.
No, one L.
Is there?
There's one L, but yeah. But there we are. If you want to see there we are. Have a look.
He's always wanted to have Jones. There it is.
That's me. That's me. That's me. There we are. Alan Jones. Just have a look there. It'll become. There we are. Alan Jones. That's me. Alan Jones.
He's always wanted to be a Jones, folks. Yeah.
See? And so it's nice to sit alongside my father. It's
That's the over.
Dean Jones.
That's the over.
That's the end of the over. 88 for 2.
Go break.
So we've had 12 overs here. Islamabad United have been put into bat, and it's 88 for 2. Cricketgateway.pk if you want to watch in Pakistan, or PSL-T20. Cricket Gateway across the world.
One for international as well.
Not playing today. But at fun, but let me just tell you about cricketgateway.com. Now, I know that in various parts of the world you did have a few problems. Cricket Gateway are working on those. Okay, Cricket Gateway are working on the problems.
Running. Drone is up.
So the key is, folks, just for the current, these 2 batsmen now are starting to work on who can you hurt and who can't you hurt. Which bowler can you target and which not. Now, Tanvir's got a couple. Who's going to bowl at the death? That's when you guys can work that out. But Narayan's got one left, and he normally bowls 17, maybe 18. So they'll definitely bowl, I think, Tanvir 18 and 20th overs. So you just got to work out, and Elliott might bowl at the death as well. So they're the things that these 2 batsmen are having in play.
He's got a slight top edge here, and he's got away with that.
Bilawal has really peppered the batsman with that short length, and we saw this work for United bowlers as well in the first game, where they bowled the short ball, and with this extra pace and a little bit of bounce that the Dubai pitch has today, it's an effective delivery.
And particularly with the slip still in, I think they've got as well. I think that's they're being attacking. They're trying to get a wicket. bowling the shorter stuff. We had no idea, honestly, guys. That Peshawar batted beautifully against us. I think they got 102 for off their first 10 overs, and we started to bounce them and try to find a code, a way to breaking them up. So all in all, it's up for the bowlers to work out. Do you bowl the back of a length ball that they've just had there? This is what our bowlers, what we call rum and coke, there on the left, and Sammy Bai. Very good. He's back. He got 4 wickets for us last year. There's Shadab, very good leg spinner, this young lad. I'm looking forward to this boy. Is good enough to play for Pakistan, and hopefully a good. There's Tausif boy, and that guy there. I have no idea who that guy is. There, sitting there. There he is. I heard that he bowled right arm, but that's just me.
Running.
Oh, he's hit that very hard. That's a good shot for no run.
Yeah, he's in good nick. You asked him about his 39 years of age, but it's just this is the having his presence in the team with all the great overseas players that we've got for all the teams, folks. That it really helps the players understand they're World Cup champions. These guys, you can't take currency for granted. They make the right decisions. They may say the right things within the group. And that's what I tried to do, get my team surrounded by World Cup champions, of people who have won tournaments.
Well, he's played that nicely. He's just given himself a little bit of room there. But at the moment, this is a fairly sedate start by Brad Haddin, 91 for 2.
We've not done Q Mobile selfies here.
Wonderful shot there from our HBL drone camera over the Dubai International Cricket Stadium, and our spider cam always do a great job there getting you these pictures from all different angles, just to give you a feel of the ground and the atmosphere. We'll get a few more comments from Dean Jones, and then Dino's going to have to get prepared for the strategic timeout, which is due. Lofted, there is a long off. So we're into the 14th over now. 14th over. Hassan Ahmad has said excellent bowling by Grant Elliott to get rid of both openers. Yes, it was, and he's one of those bowlers you have to have a certain respect for.
Yeah, he got 2 L's and 2 T's in his name, so good spelling as well, Hassan. Well done.
Misbah is strong down the ground. That's his area. He loves going down the ground.
Full delivery to Misbah, and he's smashed it straight back. Just the ideal ball for him, because the spinners and the medium paces, he likes going downtown. Enough length to get underneath that a little bit, but he muscles it down the ground.
Straight out to deep point for 1. So Misbah, at the age of 42, he took the national team, of course, to the #1 spot in the ICC World Test rankings. Are you tweeting at the PSL T20 and hashtag LQ versus IU, hashtag HBL PSL? Now that might be gone. It is. Grant Elliott takes his 3rd wicket, and he's one of those bowlers that nips in and takes crucial wickets, and that's a blow for Islamabad United. Brad Haddin's on the way back.
Yeah, it'd be disappointing with that he did a little bit slow. A brilliant knock the other day, but he's just struggled today. He's gone for 9, and it's 97 for 3.
Last ball.
Okay.
That's the over. And bounce, and go break. Back in 10. Another 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. You're back. Cue comes. Kion comes.
Well, it's a Saturday where people are still working, of course, and the wonderful highways in and around Dubai are always busy, always full of fast-moving cars. So the commercial acumen of Dubai continues here. It's the business of cricket. Yasir showers into the attack. 98 for 3 it is. We're into the 15th over. These roads go on for miles and miles, and it's amazing how much traffic there is actually at certain times of day. There's a lot of traffic. Those roads get exceedingly busy.
Elliott with a seam-up delivery and just maybe shaped away a little early. Brad hadn't. Yasir Shah taking it comfortably, but this is what he does. Mixes it up so much that it's difficult to predict.
3 for 10. Grant Elliott.
Running.
And Misbah here, now he's had a good look at things here. 17 from 14 with 2 fours and the 100 up for Islamabad put into bat. There we go. The truck's been in the workshop, but the horn is working well.
Misbah takes on the spinners more often than not, and we saw him back away, so probably now is the moment that he'll get after Yasir. So watch out, we're in the firing zone. Deep long on and deep mid wicket.
Running.
Just the one this time. 10 fours, there's only been 1 6 in this innings.
Running, last ball.
Typical Shane Watson shot, just makes room and cuts away. We've had 15 overs. Islamabad 102 for 3.
Go break. Now we need to get those cue mobiles.
Islamabad United. 5 to go, 3 down. Projected scores. Be liking to get up to 160. Going to breach that. It'd be a good effort. Going at a dozen and over. Watson not out there long. Aussie replaced an Australian. Haddon's out of here. Captain is still out in the centre, but he's not on strike. Here comes Elliott. And a little holding pattern. See if Elliott can keep weaving his magic. 3 for 11, Rambo. Oh, the fan club's in the house again. For the legend from Lahore.
Hardly a Rambo at this stage of my career. That's a flick. And that's gone all the way, has it? Magnificent. I mean, you know that Misbah Haq can play a shot like this. Just a flick of the wrist and away she went.
How nice is this? Sits deep in the crease. His weight was back, but it was the movement, his wrist movement through the ball, just so strong. Clears the fence comfortably. Well, the Pepsi catcher crawl, those people, yes, be ready.
Yeah. Unlucky Misbah. Kitchen sink. One of his favourite areas. That little flick, as you say, Rammies. Oh, someone choked out there. Catch a craw. Come on, brothers. Be in to win. Get the dive out. Half the over gone, 8 from it. So stepping on the middle. Let's get going here, is what the men in red will want in the dugout. It's not a good line. So he's just been taken a bit here, Grant Elliott.
Just an example, if you attack a bowler of his pace at this stage of the innings, he can get hassled and can get him unnerved. So this is exactly what has happened. Trying to limit his excess through the offside. Ball a wrong line. The Yorker length was not that bad, but it's just the direction that went haywire.
It's a game of centimetres, isn't it? A little more straighter line, much better.
That's slapped and gone. Shane Watson perishes. Umar Akmal made it look easy. Well, he's having a great time of it. He picked up 2 wickets in 1 over. He's picked up 4 wickets now for just 22 and has hit them quite hard. Shane Watson could have been so good for Islamabad United at this stage of the innings. He's gone after scoring 7. 4 down now for 114.
Back at 10, 9, 8, 5, 4, crash, running. Last ball.
Elliott is looking for a fifer. He's got 1 more over to try and do it. So we've had 16. It's 1-1-5 for 4 here.
Go break.
Man of the match, game 1 here a couple of nights ago. Hot off his 73, could only muster 9 today, but here's the man of the moment, Grant Elliott. He's got 4 for, He only got a 4 for 15 against Karachi last year and a 3 for 25 against this same opposition in the first PSL, the Grant Elliott. So it's back in the wickets again. And you underestimate this guy at your own peril.
You certainly do. He's kept things really simple. Right at the start of his spell, he was getting good little movement onto the deck, particularly into the right-handers. Now, at the end of his innings, he's just changing things up, kept it fuller.
Well, he was thought of as a soft target, and look what he has achieved. 4 wickets. That was well caught. On the run, eye on the ball, and took it well.
Good ball, Sunny.
Yeah, stats gurus have just passed on that Mr. Innocuous here, Elliott with number 88 on his back. 15 wickets now in 8 matches in the HBL PSL. So that flows over from last year. Oh, here we go. And there we go. Elliott's in the thick of it. You can't keep him out of the game. Wickets and now catches for this black cap playing for Lahore. Oh dear. Coach isn't happy, but see you later. Here's another one down. Asif Ali goes for a single, and it's 118 for 5 here.
Back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back. Kion comes running.
Sunil Narayan. He too, key asset to Lahore. I saw Dean Jones, he rather animated when that wicket fell, and Asif Ali had to stroll on off. There's Jason Roy
Running.
deep in the field.
Last ball.
Last ball, and Misbah says I better fat this one to finish off things in the 17th. 9 off on the wicket. It's 124 for 5.
Back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Evans back, Kion comes.
Yeah, something to learn from Misbah-ul-Haq, especially some of the younger batsmen, how to hit a 6 straight down the ground. That's a good choice. Position and hitting it down the ground, that's the way to go. Asif Ali Parish hitting the ball across towards mid-wicket. I was taking a lot of risk. That's one thing that some of these younger guys need to learn, hitting the ball down the ground.
And slow tennis ball bouncer type delivery. Oh yeah, commitment. Sunil, he's in there too.
And just the wrong angle, because it's set up to be Parish. Dean Jones there, furious. Who's he flashing with?
With Jason Roy, they reckon. Well, some of the crew here reckon There's a little bit of a verbal stoush going on. They'll have to be re-bowled. Yeah, reload that one, Sohail.
Can Dino be fined for that?
I hope so.
Yeah, let's hope so. Fingers crossed.
Sister up here, what do you reckon, Mel Jones?
Sister in name only. Oh, it's interesting, isn't it? Whether or not something's happened back in Australia during the Big Bash, potentially.
Yeah, he adds to it, doesn't he? Mr. D.M. Jones for Islamabad United.
Running.
Okay, not happy
Yeah,
here,
they
Sohail.
are well.
Seen a bit of his career. Got to get that rhythm right. And
It's your
Q-Mobile, get the selfies in. Yeah, get the hair in too. Heck of a beard. Ready now, Sohail. And a good zeroing in delivery on around off stump.
Well, Lahore have done so very well here, haven't they? Because power play, no wickets down, 48 on the board. Really looking to launch were Smith and Billings.
Done for this inning.
Since then, particularly through Elliott and picking up consistent wickets, they've just held them back a little bit. At one stage, they were probably looking at that 190 mark. That's what Dean Jones was talking about. If they go at nines, they just get over the 150 mark.
Running.
I need to target a 4 or a 6. The HBL box is being targeted here. White is quite an attire.
Yeah.
Well, she obviously is cold.
Is that the commentary? You can pick up the com. Gold.
Running.
And the guy in the HBL VIP box in the white outfit, I reckon he stayed the night. Oh, here's a bit of direct hitting of the woodwork. Going to just make sure, yeah, come upstairs and let's be safe rather than sorry. And upstairs, third match official, the TV up, is Asin Raza. Qatar Airways review on.
The direct hit. How close is this now? He's made his ground. That's good technique. Grounding his bat. Head down, running in hard to make his crease.
Yeah, compared to some other techniques we've seen, guys just running through, plopping the bat down. Being very lucky. 2 to go in the 18th. Brilliant. See more of those. It takes a good skill there because you don't want to give away the wide. So you have to get that right, that slow tennis ball sort of lollipop bouncer.
That's the control. I mean, how do you control a slow bouncer? And at this moment, at this juncture of the innings where you're under pressure. Ball a superb slow bouncer. Wasn't a wide.
Running.
Last ball.
Last ball.
And it's disappeared, has it? Wait here, hang on. Yes, it has.
That's the over.
Jason Roy with a valiant effort to no avail. Misbah and the missus is happy as well. 18 done, it's 136 for 5 here.
We need one more Q-Mobile. Back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Clear back. Cue.
Brains trust there of Islamabad United. Discussion there with super coach Dean Jones, the stats guru within the setup. They say we don't want to deal with Jones. We're in green. Looking for Lahore. They get more wickets is what they want. They want the green machine to keep knocking over the United team.
Running.
Shut up on strike. And they'll happily hand the strike back to the captain.
Well, why wouldn't you when he's striking the ball like this at the moment? 43 from just 27 deliveries. Strike rate of just a little under 160. Jason Roy thought he was in with a big show for a while.
We've seen some great catches been taken at the boundary rope. Almost another stunning effort. Absolutely fearless he was. That's excellent delivery. That really is well bowled. Yorker length on middle and leg stump channel, not allowing him any width.
Oh, Johnny Hastings, you beauty, our mid-wicket camera specialist. Look at that. Brilliant. Great from Roy and great from Jono. Good as his top score, and he continues on. This is the best score for Misbah-ul-Haq in the PSL.
It keeps on surprising people with some very fine innings, Misbah-ul-Haq. He's given up on T20 career now for a good many years, yet here he is, charging along and playing some incredible shots under pressure and finding the gaps in regulation. Precision-driven Misbah.
Running.
Yeah, and yeah. What a way to bring up a half-century for the skipper. First ever for him. Slick, sick oil. The truckers in town for Misbah-ul-Haq.
I think his son should come along to most games. One of the first times he's come along that we've seen him. And he's chalked it up with a 50 as well. 53 from just 30 deliveries. And his second 25 has come in a very, very quick time.
That's the problem when the Yorkers are not working, then they turn into full tosses and Misbah-ul-Haq will punish them. 32% of runs have come through that pull shot. He'll go again on the leg stump. This is a lot better, straighter. I think there's a bit of blade involved, I think. No, it's given us leg by.
I'm sorry, Mr. Irfan Jr., you can't appeal for that chant, honestly. Good Yorker, though, certainly the length. And he squeezed and tucked up. He was trying to do that with this delivery, but he missed out there, did Mohammad Irfan Jr. And if you're slightly off, well, I'm sorry, that's what happens. Batters will devour those breakfast, lunch and dinner. One to go on the 19th. Oh, top edge into the mush. Lucky that wasn't much damage. 148 for 5. Final over for Islamabad United, having been put in by Brendan McCullum. Here comes Sohail. Up against Misbah, who gives it some Humpty or what? What a little flick of that bottom hand and a bit of glove love from his mate.
Well, he's playing the most attractive innings of the HBL PSL. What a strike from Misbah-ul-Haq. Once again, favouring the leg side field. He's covered the stumps and here he goes again. Nice and flat.
Oh, they've got to adjust things here because he's sitting himself so deep in his crease nearly every single delivery. Try the 150s up.
And again, he's gone back in the crease. He's giving himself time and ready to launch off that back foot. I was going to say the young man, the old man. He's the third oldest. 42 years and 259 days is Misbah al-Haq. David Hemp from Bermuda and a certain Sanath Jai Surya is the second oldest.
David Hemp coaches the Vic Spirit, the women's team, and the Melbourne Stars in the WBBL, so still around coaching as well as playing.
Knowledge Jones. Thank you.
Hit a truckload of first-class runs too, over 14,000.
Oh, good slower ball. A single will suffice because it'll give Misbah the strike.
Not easy to hit. Sohail Tanveer is such a class act with his variations and all, but Misbah al-Haq would be pretty happy with the results so far. 8 of the first 3 balls. Where's he going to go? It's going to be mid-wicket range once again. He covers the stumps and he goes back also. Therefore, he makes his own length and targets his own angle.
Extremely wide on the crease there, Sohail. Oh, he's turned it down, has he? Didn't like that, the skip. Says, get back, young man. 2 to go. 8 off so far.
Yeah, look at the spread of 6s away towards the leg side. Massive pulls and flicks. That straight hit was off Sunil Narayan.
5 maximums. Just the 3 4s along the floor. He waits back here. And Gonski. Yeah, good catch. Roy out there. And your best fielders out on the boundary. And it was a skimmer and it was dipping, so it's a good catch from Jason Roy. Yeah, he's annoyed with himself. He thinks it was there to be smoked into the crowd. So I just want to check the back foot possibly here of Sohail Tanveer. Not so much the front foot, the back foot. Look at it, just floats. Oh, to come back here. Can't cut the return quick. Look, the back line, yeah. Well, it's a funny old game. Just the first point of contact, Taylor. N-O spells no, so come back, Misbah. You're going to get another go, buddy.
You don't see it too often, do you? You'll see the front foot no ball, the waist high full toss no ball. Too many fielders outside the inner circle no ball, and now we've seen the return crease no ball.
Oh, gets another go. Oh, very excited indeed. Gotta love this guy. He's been under the pump with that tour of Australia. Test match series. Much love for Misbah. Abdul Muqeet, love your work. And loving Misbah here. Well bowled. Sat back and wants to get leverage, does Misbah, but he can't get too much on that one. What's going on here? Running, you've got to come back. Oh, he's going to be gone here now.
Everybody's a little confused here. Misbah clearly wanted the strike back and his partner was all confused. They weren't on the same page, obviously. Right, who crossed first? Who got back into the crease when the bails were broken?
Well, what Shadab really needed to do here, Misbah always wanted the strike. What Shadab had to do is wait till Misbah got to the crease so that Misbah wasn't out, and then he needed to leave the crease so he got run out the other end. So there's no crossing, so Shadab's out anyways. But I think if he was smarter and just a little bit cleverer, he would have stayed in the crease, allowed Misbah to get back, and the run out had to be the other end.
Young fella, that's it. Oh, wifey's happy. That's the result I wanted. Well, there's only a delivery to come, but at least Misbah is there. And to face it, is he? No.
Well, he's got 2 lives in a space of what, about 2 balls?
Got to be a cat, doesn't he?
Yeah. Look out for the third one.
No, but one of the batsmen is out.
9 lives, not in 1 over, surely.
Skipping the wicket break here, skipping the wicket break here. So last ball of the innings, everyone, last ball of the innings. Pakistan stand by for your walkout break. Running, last ball.
And downtown. And out. So no runs off the last delivery. Another wicket for Lahore. Can't breach 160 here. Islamabad United. So they're going to be happy with 158 for 7 at their turn at bat.
Pause, Pakistan go for a break and continue counts. I'll check now. Third umpire restart.
Still in your neck of the woods, England.
England, see, Mushtaq, Mushy. If you're watching and listening, good wishes to you. And of course, the great Sadiq Mohammed. Sadiq had a couple of years at Gloucestershire with Sadiq Mohammed, Zahir Abbas, and your father was my first captain, Majid Khan. Brought me on to bowl against the wind up the slope.
Morgan went all downhill after.
Absolutely,
Europe.
absolutely. Yes. So this is going to be an intriguing chase because the Lahore Qalandars got off to a racing start. They went out of the blocks and left everyone behind, and then they just lost their way. I mean, they've got 2 of the most ferocious hitters in the game in Jason Roy and Brendan McCullum, but Misbah-ul-Haq and company. There's Jason Roy. He's the South African-born England international. Well, he's entertaining when he's there. He'll play virtually a shot a ball, and his captain, you can rest assured he'll be in the same mindset as well. So I'm sure that Wasim Akram, Dean Jones, Misbah and company will have worked out some kind of strategy to bowl to these 2 belligerent opening batsmen. Well, it's not going to be Mohammad Sami, it's going to be Imran Khalid, slow left arm orthodox. Now, I think this is quite a good ploy because both these batsmen would like pace coming onto the bat. They're going to have to create their pace. Buzz it.
Running.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting because first match they went hard in the first 6 overs, then lost their way. They're a bit top heavy. They all, the top 3-4 batsmen go after the bowling, and sometimes it didn't all fall apart. I don't think they have a power hitter at numbers 5, number 6.
See how far back the umpire is standing. He's standing about 25, 26 yards because the bowler, Imran Khalid, wants to come through the umpire and the stumps. Now, some bowlers like the umpire to stand literally on top of the stumps, so they come round them. Not on top of them, but literally standing with the stumps by their feet. There we are. Ian Bishop is looking perplexed. That's 4. Just dragging it down. His first 2 deliveries, he's bowled with... well, he hasn't bowled with any sort of trajectory at all. Maybe it's because it's a brand new ball and his fingers haven't got a good purchase on it yet.
Yeah, very, very flat. Going to Baz McCullum, maybe the pressure off him not giving any sort of air, so he's dragged it down.
Yeah, sometimes the new ball, the brand new ball for the spinner can be a problem.
It looks as though he's trying to bowl into the pitch and wicket to wicket at the moment for those first few balls. That's what he's tried to do.
That's gone over mid-on. It's exactly how you'd expect both of these players to play.
This is the threat of Lahore Qalandars' batting lineup. The openers just go straight away, and Baz McCullum here just gets it over mid-on, gets the boundary, and they're off and running again. Will they be able to sustain this?
Running.
I think the thing to note there as well, it was smart batting that boundary because there was a long off and a mid-on. So McCullum, it was slower and flighted outside of some, tugged it over mid-on. Now the field has changed.
Nihal has said he's eagerly waiting to see the fireworks from Brendan McCullum this evening. Well,
Running.
they've started. You just get the feeling that Imran Khalid is a little nervous here. I think he's very wary of what could come back his way from McCullum and from Jason Roy.
All the fielders on the offside are in the circle.
Running.
McCullum backing away.
Oh, sorry, 2 more. So,
Well, it's an experiment that has failed. 6 off the last ball, and the first over from Khalid has cost 17.
Imran Khalid getting his length all wrong, trying to follow Baz McCullum, but too short. And with that big bat, with that bat speed, it's always going to disappear easily over the rope.
17 in 5 balls. But he hasn't really managed to bowl it with any sort of rhythm. I think he's a little bit sort of gun shy at the moment. Boom, here we go again. It's a full toss this time and 4 more. So that's a wretched start for Islamabad. 21 from the opening bowler, Imran Khalid. It's going to be Mohammad Sami to bowl from the Dubai Sports City end. 5 for 8 is best in the PSL. Economy 5.3. So he has actually got to repair some damage here. You've got the 2 Australians there, the keeper Brad Haddon and Shane Watson alongside him.
Running.
So 21 on the board from the first over. from Misbah-ul-Haq. Wasim Akram. Dean Jones would have had a ploy in mind, and clearly it's the plan didn't work at all. Imran Khalid went for 21.
Again, we keep harping on it, but that's the threat of the Qalandars openers. They can really take the game away from you in the first 6 overs, and a start with 21 is a record for PSL.
Ooh. He's got a good quick arm action, Mohammad Sami. Runs in, bustles in, quick arm action, hurries on to you a little bit quicker than you think.
Yeah, and if we go back to the first innings, one of the guys who bowled really well for them, Bilal Bhatti, bowled into the pitch. 82% of his deliveries were back of a length, and he was of similar stature to Mohammad Sami. Now, whether Sami can replicate that or maybe think on his feet, because McCullum and Jason Roy are going to come at him. They can play the horizontal bat shots as well, so it's going to be even more challenging, but use the pitch to some extent.
Bhatti bowled a lot of short balls, and he used that bouncer to good effect. Is Sami brave enough to test McCullum out with that?
Man, a deep square, short fine leg.
McCullum on the charge, straight down the pitch at the bowler, and the ball over mid-off. It's 4 more.
The McCullum blitz, everything he does is fast. Fast feet, fast hand, great bat speed. Didn't get it in the middle, but just the weight flowing into the ball carries it to the fence.
Running.
It's a no ball. It's no ball. It's the last thing that you want to do is give this opening pairing an extra delivery.
He can change the field now, can he? Because the batsmen have changed ends, so he can adjust the field if he chooses to. But that is has knocked the bails off. That's why it was called. It wasn't to do with the front foot.
Running.
Four more.
Free hit, and he goes for a length ball. It's neither the Yorker or the bouncer, it's just a length ball, which Jason Roy hits through the line and collects another boundary.
I just wonder if he was trying to go for the Yorker there and got his length wrong. Shudder to think that he just ran up and bowled a length ball off a free hit.
Running. Last one.
Lahore Qalandars owner Fawad Rana, he'll not be happy with this start. He's a real celebrity back home. His team didn't do well, but the owner Fawad Rana, he really caught the eye of the Lahore. He's the typical Lahoreite, fun-loving and funny.
No, I don't think he's got enough on this, or he might well have. Goodness, he has. This ball seemed to be up in the air for a long time now. Has it gone directly into the boundary cushions? If it has, it's 6. I'm not so sure that it bounced first. Said Ajmal was one of the fielders underneath it. That's 4. It's just bounced before those boundary cushions. It's 1.5 overs have been bowled. It's 32 for no wicket. 36 for no wicket after 2. Well, we have a drop of rain that's coming down now. Forecast said we had a 50% chance of precipitation.
50%. It's 3% the other day.
Well, yes, but today's another day.
So 50% would mean what? Thunderstorms?
No, 50% chance of rain. A little bit of blue sky overhead, so let's hope we have a little bit more of that. Rahman Reis is the left arm bowler, who's on, and now has he got enough on this? Well, it would have been one heck of a catch. Sami, the fielder, really was a very good effort.
A fantastic effort from Sami. Again, pitched up to McCullum, and he's not got all of it, but what an effort. Full tilt, full dive out, stretching his hands. Very unlucky not to catch. That would have been a brilliant, brilliant catch.
Problem here for Reis is that if he's going to just deliver the ball across these two right-handers, you're looking at extra long off. Oh my goodness, pitch it a little bit short. Straight down the throat of deep square. A lot of shots being played. Billings takes the catch. Sam Billings has got very good hands. He's a wicket-keeper by trade as well, but McCullum, as you'd expect, bright and breezy. He's gone for 25, 38 for 1.
Back in 30.
New batsman for Lahore is Bakr Zaman. And as he comes into bat, so the rain is just coming a little heavier now. Umpires, or one of the umpires anyway, just saying, look, I'm not so sure we can stay on here. They're just having a look here. But they have to just check whether the batsman crossed as well. You saw that when Misbah-ul-Haq was batting. Had to go back, so they didn't cross. So it's going to be Farkat Zaman. Well, he's optimistic wearing the sunglasses because it's a pretty gloomy day here today.
Running.
Good looking shot. That would have felt very nice straight off the bat.
The short ball working again. There's been a lot pitched up, but this one short didn't get all of it, and a very comfortable catch. Maybe we've not seen enough of this short ball in this short stint from United.
Running.
Bish calling out for the bowlers to use the wicket, hit the wicket hard.
Yeah, I think you've got to do that. It's a wicket with some bounce, and I'm not saying every ball you go into the pitch short or back of a length, because someone like Jason Roy will be able to adapt to him, but at least keep him guessing. I thought Mohammad Sami ran up and just pitched everything up. That certainly is too predictable and doesn't work on a pitch with bounce in it. So I think you've got to mix it up a little bit more. The idea here from Reyes is better so far.
Running. That's the over.
It's 41 for 1.
Go break. Back in 10. Back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everyone's back. Here comes.
Once again, it's a blistering start here. 41 on the board. Just 3 overs bowled, but Lahore have lost their captain, Brendan McCullum. 118 required from 102 balls. Just 3 gone.
Running.
Jason Roy, but it's Saman on strike.
Great start, Si, great start!
Fakhar Zaman, a very talented left-hander from Peshawar. Well, he comes from Mardan. He's scored a domestic T20 100 as well, so they rate him highly as quite a dasher. But it'll be a big test for him, PSL, bigger stage for him, part of his development. But he's done that
Running.
first part really well.
This is slightly better from Mohammad Sami. It's a different batsman, yes, but I think he's using the surface a little bit more in these first couple of balls of the over.
Running.
Better length from Mohammad Sami, and just after that loss of McCullum, I think United just regrouping a bit. The first game as well, Lahore Qalandars got off to a flyer and then it all went downhill. So if you get 2 or 3 wickets, I think there is a little bit of weakness in that batting order.
Running.
He's fetched this from somewhere outside off stump. He's going to get just a couple, just 2.
Yeah, they were 49 for 2 in their first game, and then there was some carelessness to an extent from the Lahore batting. Interested to see how Shane Watson bowls on this. Who do you think will win the match vote now at the PSL T20? All the best to you if you can predict it.
So the mid-wicket comes in, so I think now they'll test him out with the short ball.
Running.
Well, that's Johan Botha, the South African.
Last ball.
Well, he's assistant coach with Islamabad United, but bowls off spin and top order bat. He's now an Australian resident.
Running. Last ball.
Top edge, is it safe? No, it's not. Very well bowled by Mohammad Sami. He was at Zaman and he had him in his sights. And he tried to cramp him up, and he certainly did that. That wasn't the ball for that particular shot. Zaman has gone for 5. It's 43 for 2. So 2 down, and that brings Umar Akmal in, but this was the end of Fakhar Zaman. Tried to play it leg side, but it was just tied up, just handcuffed a little bit there.
But again, what I like is that Sami used the pitch. He bowled back of a length at him. And I think that is what I mentioned it before, so I won't go over the whole thing again. But when you've got a pitch with bounce in it, you've got to use it. A better second over compared to the first from Sami. He's got some making up to do, Umar Akmal, after his shot yesterday.
Running.
Roman does have a very good slow one, back of the hand, and does bowl the slow bouncer as well. That's his go-to deliveries. But I think this partnership, if United can get rid of these two quickly, then they're really in it.
Running. She's yawning.
Q-Mobile selfie moment. Did she get Fazil Khan down there?
I think first we should get Darren Sami.
Well, I tell you what, that was a very good... although, did you notice how Owen Morgan didn't want to be part of that selfie? He actually crept underneath the whole throng of fielders and he wasn't in the shot.
Running.
That's safe, and a very, very good stop.
That was good fielding. from Asif, because his body was in contact with the rope at a certain point, but he was sensible enough not to touch the ball. I think that's what I saw live. Asif Ali, he's on the rope there, and then he doesn't go for the ball. He waits until he's come off the rope. Yeah, brilliant, fantastic from him. Very good awareness. That must be complimented.
Very, very good thinking.
Running. Last ball.
It's a wayward throw from Sam Billings. It went nowhere near the keeper, hence the bright smile, the broad smile. Brad Haddin said, well, where are you aiming? Where are you going?
Running. Last ball.
Swing and a miss. So 5 overs gone. It's 46 for 2.
Go break.
Looking after you, mate.
Pakistan will try for a minute break for you. Minute break for you.
State of play so far. Islamabad United 158 on the board after their 20. Misbah, the pick of the batters, he was fantastic, 60 from just 35. And Lahore now 46 for 2. Shane Watson on. He's had a pretty handy start to the PSL as well. 4 wickets in the first match. Hence why he has the maroon or maroon, depending on which part of the world you're from, cap on, leading wicket taker. Ali Naqvi, the owner of Islamabad United, would have been exceptionally happy after the first win. Hoping that his team goes 2 and zip.
Running.
Watson's ability to pick wickets is going to be the critical part here, because he comes in a situation like this after the opening has been established. He comes in and then he applies brakes, get you a wicket or two and just disrupt the flow of the innings. Q-Mobile selfie moment. Guys are happy.
Well, I think what Shane Watson does, he assesses the conditions really well. And the call's for 2. Ball's in hand now, which means there's a very loud no for the second. And when he assesses the conditions well, he bowls it in good areas, and that's what he did on the first day. Bowled short, realised that he could bowl into the pitch, and these are the wickets that he picked up against Salmi. Most of them short of a length.
10 on this.
And that was probably the fullest delivery of the evening.
5, 4.
4 for 44. And again, he's realising that there is a little bit in this pitch, so he's obviously either assessed it really well himself or he's got an earpiece through to Ian Bishop, because they're both on the same track.
Yeah, he's canny, isn't he? He assesses it well. He's played so much of this form of the game in all conditions. You've got the IPL and some of the CPL, the Caribbean Premier League, middle of last year. Played so much cricket for Rajasthan Royals. Here he is for Islamabad.
Running.
And of course the Big Bash as well.
And the change-up again works well for him, just that off-pace. Okay, most ducks in T20 cricket. Wonderful topic to have a chat about. I'm glad we've got Danny Morrison on comms with us at the same time. Herschel Gibbs, 23, is leading with Umar Hakmal, Dilshan and Dwayne Smith, all on 23.
Oh, this is not tests. Oh, sorry. Okay, it's the duck hunting season every season, Mel. You've got to love it. 23, look at that. Look at, yeah, big names there. Top order.
Chetan Patel's career record is pretty impressive. 17 ducks in 68 matches. Because you can understand somebody like Umar Akmal playing 202 innings to have 23 ducks, but Patel's conversion rate is pretty impressive.
Love a strike rate, don't we, Rambo?
Running. Last ball.
The name on that list I always think has been underrated in the T20 game is Luke Wright. We'll come back to that. 4 off, 50 is up, 50 for 2.
And go break.
After the power play for Lahore, at the same point in time as Islamabad, 48 for Zip. And the crowd getting right behind this game at the moment because it's almost neck and neck. 48 for Zip was Islamabad after their power play. Lahore now 50 for 2, requiring 109 off 84 deliveries.
Can't be good for your neck, can it? Hey? Wonderful hairpiece, though. What have we got here, Mel?
Have a look at this, though, Danny. You'd know what this looks like, don't you?
The family. That's the family.
Yeah. It's a very large family for you, wasn't it?
Under looks like him. You look at his head.
Oh, the egg head. Love it. We've got the eggs out there too. Got the white balls. Need a new one?
United Brains Trust there. Brad Haddon pointing out some angles. Shane Watson on the screen at the moment with that cap that signifies that he is the leading wicket taker in the tournament. Reminder also to viewers in Pakistan, you can also watch the game live on cricketgateway.pk, and the international viewers can watch through cricketgateway.com. Shadab comes on for some spin, taking the pace off the ball.
Be keen to see how this leg spinner bowls. Yeah, he's got a smile on his face, which is good. How will he deal with a bit of an onslaught from the striker? Here he goes, the reverse flick. finds the fielder. It's well-appointed fielder.
He's one of those players that can really play it right from ball one, isn't he, Jason Roy, as we have a look at the comparison scores. So 48, just 2 runs difference in the power play, but 2 wickets also to Lahore.
Running.
Easily worked there, and that's one of the important parts of the T20 game. If you're not hitting boundaries, as Jason Roy couldn't get it away, then you've got to rotate the strike. That vision all coming off the GoPro. That's a Q-Mobile selfie moment. Big group selfie. So Akmal now just retaking guard here. He's only faced the 6 deliveries.
Running.
Oh, that one's through and timed exceptionally well.
Got to pitch the ball up to him. He's a fantastic cutter of the ball, whether it's spin or fast. In position early and very wristy was Umar Akmal. Yeah, a little flat, a little wide. Got the treatment. Hitting it down on the ground. It's a lovely exhibition of how to play a cut shot.
Well, it's a hard out leg spin. He's looking for consistency here.
Running.
That's a good comeback.
Last ball.
Ramiz is the kind of bowler with a lot of variation as he try and keep things just reasonably consistent. We'll probably chat about this in his next over. That's beautifully played. Yeah, it's going to pick up another boundary. So 2 boundaries coming off the last 3 deliveries of Shadab's over. 11 from it, 61 for 2. Fans are up and about here at Dubai International Stadium. They'll be also thinking the other night, well, we all had starts. 4 players got into the 20s and couldn't go on. Is tonight their night? So we're going to see spin from both ends now. Syed Ajmal now coming on.
Looking forward to this big time. Rehashed action. He's done well in the domestic comp in recent months, so confidence is high. I ran into him yesterday. He was top of the world and looking forward to the 2nd edition of the PSL.
Running.
He really took the pace off it on that first delivery, didn't he?
Kind of a top spinner, not exactly an offie.
Running.
There he goes again, top edge, and it just gets past the short third and it will race away.
I think he's pretty good at it. And it's an effective way of releasing pressure because he'd been blocked by Syed Ajmal, who was keen on bowling that middle and leg stump line, and certainly you get this from the batsman. Must be very very frustrating for the bowler because you set a regular field, suddenly you get this bit of unorthodoxy that kills the plot.
There's a stifled shout there for LBW as Rory goes with the more traditional sweep, and I think that's probably key in the T20 game too, is to have potentially, if you can, both the reverse sweep and the traditional sweep.
The way he indicated with his glove, they're suggesting that it was the leg spinner, not the off spinner. Yeah, that's a lot better shot into the gap. Beautifully timed, 2 easy runs.
He looks in control, doesn't he, Jason Roy? Looks very comfortable, even though he's had a lovely little discussion with Dean Jones earlier in the day. He's probably put that behind him now.
Running.
Very, very focused. Just hurries him up, just at the last little second. He'll still pick up a single, 7 from it, as Lahore go to 68 for 2.
Pakistan, we're going to try for a minute break for you. 24 minutes. Minute for you. Ball back to 10. Ball back to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ball is back.
It's been quite an overcast day here in Dubai this evening. A couple of little showers, a little bit of drizzle. But it hasn't stopped play at all. And the lights have well and truly taken over as well.
15.
Game 1 of the double header.
Running. Crush.
Rory again with really good footwork, picks length well, gets forward or back very, very quickly.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of wrong ones from him. Not a big spinner of the ball on a pitch like this. You can't spin the ball a lot, but it's about accuracy and discipline and bowling according to your field. Just do the basics well here. He's only a young kid.
Yeah, that's been dealt with too. It got what it deserved. Big full toss. All he needed to do was find the gap. He did that.
Yeah, I can't afford to do that. Flighted delivery, juicy full toss, and to Akmal's credit, he found the gap. There's a deep fielder there, which was square. Picked it up early, that's why he got the gap straight through cover.
No, it's fine. Back. Yeah, no, it's fine. It's not. Yeah.
Yeah, 2 right-handers, but the fascination is the contrasting styles. You've got Jason Roy with those reverse sweeps and unique strokes, and then you've got Akmal, who loves to go square through the offside and hustles down the wicket and plays orthodox strokes through cover and extra cover. So the challenge on for the spinners here. So much releasing the ball, but also their length and their pace. Because it's such a good 22 yards, fresh pitch, a little bit of grass on it, and good pace in it for the batters.
Worked fine for a single. I suppose it makes it harder then for Ajmal coming on to bowl with him. He wants to pick up a wicket, doesn't he? But at the same time, if you're getting tapped a little bit the other end, he's probably thinking a little bit more conservatively.
Running. It's last one.
Well, shouts of catch it. And there's going to be some handy fielding on the boundary because it was struck so very, very nicely.
That's you.
Roy keeps going on his merry way. 10 off it, 78 for 2.
Back in 5, 4, 3,
Well, the worm comparison there, just showing it's pretty much head and head at the moment. Just the 2 wickets lost for Lahore. And at the same point in time, Islamabad had only just lost the 1 wicket. Now, who says coaching's an easy job? Notes taken, points taken all the way throughout the game. As HBL continues. I don't know who's more nervous on the sideline. Sometimes the players, the owners, coaches.
Running.
Oh, gets his line rung on this occasion. And once again, well, Jason Roy now moving along quite nicely. 32 from 26.
Yeah, the balance was great when he was sweeping the ball. In control, he hits the ball extremely hard. This time he got it right. In the earlier over, he tried sweeping the ball once or twice. Didn't connect. This was beautifully done. Yeah, good roll of the wrist, keeping the ball down.
Running.
So protection straight and square behind the wicket. Oh, and a misfield. Dwayne Smith there at mid-wicket, just allowing, again, the pressure just to be released. Everyone's ready. I'd put those flags down because if the catch comes your way, it's Pepsi catch a crawl. Get in amongst it.
Running. Drone.
It's a good partnership here, 42 from 35 without having to do too much at all. Umar Akmal's got a start. He didn't bother to score us too much in the first game. He's 18 from 14.
Running.
That's Chris Green, played with the Sydney Thunder this year in the Big Bash. Dwayne Smith does slightly better this occasion.
Last ball.
Right arm offie. Did some commentary work with him over the summer as well.
Running. Last ball. Oh, jeez. That's the over.
Single from the last, 86 for 2.
Score break. Back in 20. Back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back, Kion comes.
Security guy. Watson, can you ask the security guy, please?
Yeah, you're back.
Yeah, it's probably about time to get Shane Watson back into the attack, and they've done that. He's only bowled the 1 over previously. And they'll need him to create wicket-taking opportunities by use of his variations of length and pace.
Running.
As this batting pair have gone well. I'm sure he rolled his fingers down the inside of some of those back-of-a-length deliveries. Let's go down to Zainab.
The heartthrob of the nation and also the ambassador for Islamabad United, Fawad Khan is here. Fawad, कैसा लग रहा है आपको PSL 2 में वापस आके?
बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है, बहुत उम्दा लग रहा है. पिछले साल की तरह उतना ही जोश और वलवला है. ओपनिंग मैच हमने खेला, जीता. Islamabad United ने the champions have returned, but more so I think Islamabad United के अलावा सारे के सारे champions हैं. So all the champions, सारे के सारे शेर आ गए हैं in the ground and looking forward to a great tournament यार.
अच्छा, पहला मैच इस्लामाबाद यूनाइटेड जीता ऑब्वियसली, तो इस टूर्नामेंट में आपकी क्या एक्सपेक्टेशंस हैं कंसीडरिंग दे वर डिफेंडिंग चैंपियंस?
देखिए, मैं तो एक I've always said this in all interviews, I'm a man of least expectations from anything and everything. I just come out here just to enjoy the spirit of the competition. Obviously we're here to excel, it's a competitive sport, सबने आपस में खेलना है और जीतना है, किसी ने हारना है. But I think हार जीत में जो है जो मज़ा होता है in competing and having a good game, that's what we're here mostly to watch out for.
Obviously acting तो आप करते ही थे, लेकिन singing भी जो है आपकी well known है. Would you like to say a few lines?
नहीं, मेरी singing well known नहीं है और उसको well known मतलब ना कराएं तो बेहतर है.
चलिए बताइए your thoughts on the final in Lahore.
I think that's a great feeling, yeah. You know, there was one time when we had this campaign जब last match हुआ था लाहौर के अंदर when cricket came home. I think after a very long time this is something to celebrate. अल्लाह करे कि मतलब ये ज़्यादा जो है मतलब frequency के साथ होते रहे matches and next time we can host the whole tournament in Pakistan. But as of now, I think bringing the final home is going to be quite an exclamation point to the whole series.
Okay, thank you so much for your time and all the best.
Thank you for having me.
Fawad Khan supporting a beard. First time I've seen him in that look, but very big, Alan, very big in Pakistan. He's done films in India now. He's on the rise, and he's, if not the best, one of the best actors around now. Very famous. And the beard is catching on.
Well, Bish, I mean, you're starting one there. Bish, look at this. I mean, look, this, Bish. Now that is a proper beard.
I'll get there in a couple of months.
Running.
Oh, that's well wide. He slipped a couple of these wide deliveries in the first match they played. I think he tries to get that very full length wide of off stump, but this Jason Roy Umar Akmal partnership now 52 it is from 42 deliveries.
Running.
He's got away with that again. He's got away with that because I think had he not got a bat on it, that could well have been another wide.
That's the over.
10 off the over, 96 for 2.
Go break. Pakistan will take minute for ball back 10.
You can have your say as to who you think will win the match if you vote now at the PSL T20. It's great to have your interaction.
Running.
Ajmal. Lots of excitement from Haddon. He's looking at the presiding umpire as well as square leg.
Oh, interesting there.
This is really tight. I think that's out. That looks out. Fabulous piece.
Back foot grounded or not?
Well, it's grounded, but it's not behind the line. It is now, but oh, it's as critical, isn't it? Absolutely critical here on millimeters. I think that's out. toes are on the line. They're not behind it. And the bat is in the air. Bails are off. The lights are on. What does umpire Jones say? What does the Qatar Airways decision give us? Oh, not out! Not out! Well, that is very, very close call. Can't believe it, Kenny. Can't believe it.
Both the Jones can't believe it. But it's just Hassan Raza adjudicating that it was something behind the line.
That's hit very well. Making up for lost time. Omar Akmal, the 100 comes up for the Qalandars. 103 for 2 halfway through the 12th over.
A touch short, but Omar Akmal using the depth of the crease. Went back into the crease and smoked it.
He's very aware, Brad Haddon. Very, very aware. Use of the angle from Saeed Ajmal.
Also the fact that United are now desperate for a wicket. This partnership goes on for another 20 runs. It's done and dusted. They need a wicket right here, right now.
Running timeout after this over run.
May have a little pause in play after this over, but I'm wondering, yes, Watson came back on for 1 and they like to use him at the back end of the innings, but it might be done and dusted if they wait until then. They maybe can go back to Sammy or Roman Reis from the other end as well, so you could have another seamer coming into the action to create an opportunity or to try.
Running. Last ball will be timeout.
Been playing well, these two. And Jason Roy, 37, 32 to Akmal. Yep, there we go for the...
Yeah, we are done with centuries.
Nice shot, lovely, lovely pull shot. Looks very, very good touch. Looks in good touch, Roy.
Spent a bit of time out there now, Roy, and seems in control. Just an easy little swivel pull, and it's raced away. Always under control, didn't try to hit it too hard, just timed it to the fence.
Running.
And Brendan McCullum, as the leader of the Lahore Qalandars, he made a statement at the toss yesterday. He said, when in doubt, take the aggressive option. Didn't quite work out for them yesterday. He said they were a bit timid. That surprised me a little bit, but in such good control of the game, they'll want to be a mix of awareness of the match situation, knowing that it's just over a runner ball required, but also keeping the aggressive option open with control to put away the bad balls and take it over the line. Yeah, another match coming up. Players have arrived. The Karachi Kings involved. Shots from the HBL drone. Well bowled. Quetta won yesterday, so they'll be full of confidence. They beat the Lahore Qalandars, and of course Karachi Kings, who folded yesterday, have a chance to right the ship, ascend their throne.
Running.
So 5 off the first 5. It's, well, you could say it's a decent over, but United need more. They need a wicket somehow to get back into this game. Started off with Imran Khalid going for 21. Sami's bowled well, Rice decent, but just the 2 wickets, which is hurting them now.
Running. Last ball.
Yeah, just solidly soldiering on. Roy and Akmal. 111 for 2.
Go break. Naveed. Now HBL VIP box. Need some cricket tips. Back in 50. Back in 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Events back. Here goes.
The Lahore Qalandars chasing 159 to beat Islamabad United. So Qalandars need another 48 from 7 overs remaining. And right now it looks as if it could be a one-way traffic, but you just look at the batting lineup for the Qalandars, and if this partnership is broken, as those in the HBL box office seats there would know, this partnership is broken. Mohammad Rizwan, Grant Elliott, Sunil Narain batting at 7. Islamabad have got to feel that if they break this partnership, they're going to suddenly start to cause a few, I won't say tremors, but 1 or 2 feelings inside that Lahore camp, that they can actually change the complexion of this match. Hit hard.
Yeah, Alan, yesterday they were 49 for 2 and they ended up folding quite quickly and not successfully chasing the 136 that was set by Quetta. But I think there's an opportunity, isn't it, to learn from that and to ensure one of these two, if not both, see it over the line. And plus the spinners have not done well bowling so far for Islamabad. 6 overs for 66 runs and no wickets. So the seamers are the ones they have to look at now.
HBL Spider Cam giving this terrific view. I wonder what that wire it is, what fabric or that cable is with, because it doesn't seem to budge at all. Kevlar, I'm told.
Running.
Oh, problem here at the non-striker's end, and he's back. There really isn't any need to take any risks here by the Qalandars. They're well in control. This partnership worth 70.
Yeah, the scoop shot first, and then that. There's a little bit of confusion. I don't think these two have batted together very much. So obviously the understanding not there.
.70 from 59. Akmal on strike. It's a great take. It really is a very good take. Brad Haddon is agile, he's nimble, and he's scoring runs in here, and that's a very fine take. Look at that, full stretch.
And he's 39. Still fantastic athlete. That was a terrific take. That just flew off from Sami.
34-year-old fast bowler, 39-year-old wicketkeeper.
Last ball.
Come on, mate.
Commentator. Momina Mustesan distributing some shirts and caps. Singer, she shot to fame recently.
Nice delivery to finish the over. 114 for 2.
Go break. Fuck off. Pakistan will try for a minute for you. Minute break for you. Back in 10. World back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. World is back. Another 34 pounds. Can be on for. Combs can be on for. 20. Another 15. Back in 10. Back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everyone's back. Kion comes.
Momina Mustesan again with the selfie moments. Brand ambassador for Islamabad United.
Running.
Short third man in place, 2 men in fact in that area. Pulls down to mid-wicket and taken. And Watson creates the magic that they so desperately needed in Islamabad United. Sam Billings takes the catch.
Sam Billings got great hands and outstanding anticipation as well. He picks it up quickly. And once again, you look at Umar Akmal, he gets to 35 from 26. He's in control, and he's gone too early for Lahore. It's 114 for 3.
Go big. Navi. So we are left with Brighto, one of the Brightos. Yeah, few live stream and quick tips. One catcher karo. We've done 2 grip chips. Back in 10. Back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back. Kion comes.
Umar Akmal has been dismissed. Grant Elliott walks to the crease. He was fantastic with the ball. Can he close this game out for Lahore Qalandars?
Running.
Watson again with that short pitcher, that bouncer working wonders in this PSL for him. Looking around, and Billings under it, so they knew he wasn't going to drop that.
Yeah, they manipulate Sam Billings very much at that square leg position. He's sometimes very square, or sometimes at a sort of a mid-wicket position where he took that catch, depending on what Watson wants to do. Whether it's a cutter, it'll go further in front of square. If it's a genuine seam-up short ball, it'll go a little squarer.
Running.
Yeah, takes it nicely. He's got a good technique, Sam Billings, and Shane Watson, he uses that short ball as very much part of his repertoire. Uses the short ball. He believes it's a wicket-taking delivery for him. Bangs it in halfway down, and bowls a fair bit of short stuff.
Running.
Anticipated by Grant Elliott.
But Alan, that's an indication. Different batsman, different sort of intent from Watson. Sam Billings there fielding that, actually fielded it behind square. And we saw that super slow-mo just now of where he took the catch previously. He was almost at a mid-wicket position. Yeah, there he is now. A lot squarer than where he caught Umar Akmal. He's creeping across to his left.
Running.
Quiet run rate now up to 8.13.
Ball by ball.
Ball by ball action. Visit cricketingif.com. Viewers in Pakistan, cricketgateway.pk and PSL T20.com.
Last ball.
And international viewers, cricketgateway.com.
Running.
Oh, he's lofted that. Just helped it along its way round about head height. End of the over, 119 for 3.
Go break.
Hello, Danny.
Back in 10, Brightos there. Back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back, Kyotos.
Right, 40 from 30 balls then. Lahore cruising at this stage because Roy is looking solid. 46 from 44. Who will win this match? Vote now. Seems like Qalandars' run rate is only 8. United need wickets.
Running.
He's trying to make a comeback, Saeed Ashmu. He hasn't bowled too badly. Obviously, you don't expect the ball to turn a lot, but he knows what he's doing. It always is difficult making a comeback with a remodeled bowling action.
Running.
Oh, that's gone. What a strike is that? That is brilliant, and that is caught. Catcher Karol is part of the celebrations, part of the deal now. What a way to bring up your 50 as well. Cracking 6.
How nice did that sound? Yeah, well, how good was that catch as well? Look at that, the Pepsi catcher Karol. He's gone into the mix to win a share. But have a look at this. Great footwork. The first time really we've seen him come out of the crease. He's swept so much today. reverse sweeping, traditional sweeping, but now he's gone, no, let me go all the way straight.
How good did it sound off that bit of willow from Jason Roy? Take a bow, young man, in the stand. And a little salute to the dugout. Or to Dean Jones.
Running.
Yeah, he's reading him well off the back foot this time and playing with a straight bat. You can do that because the ball is not biting, not spinning a lot. Just pick the line and play with a straight bat.
Well, we spoke about the pitch, didn't we? And it's the pace bowlers have really got the most out of it. So it's a tough job here for the spinners tonight. If you get too short, as Ajmal did then, it's just so easy for the batters to sit back in the crease.
Running.
In the air, safe is it? It is, catch. Caught. Asif Ali takes a good catch. This is what the United needed. A wicket or two at this stage may just push Qalandars back a bit, because in the last game also they choked when they were looking good. Elliott gone for 3 and it's 1-2-6 for 4.
Go break.
Lahore possibly can't choke again. They just need 33 of 26 balls. Sunil Narayan is a big striker of the ball. I think he's earned a bit of a promotion here. Yeah, I didn't control the sweep shot. It was picked up very nicely. Yes, nice safe pair of hands.
I love Spidey Cam. Comfortable catch in the end. Oh, it's still a way to go. Can't bowl there. Aji. Only 32, but I tell you what, another wicket here.
Last one.
Yeah, I mean, look at the release points and what he's trying to do. Closer to the stumps, then changing the angle round the stumps. He's bowling a bit of a top spinner as well. Not a lot of off spin. But what he's doing is keeping it nice and simple and keeping the ball as straight as possible. Within the stumps, that is.
Running. Last ball.
No, you got to come in. Stop the rotation of strike. 1 to 8 for the loss of 4.
Go break. Sun will try for a minute for you. Minute break for you.
HBL drone cam. Live shots of the city.
5, 4,
Lively place.
3, 2, 1.
Things to do, things to go to. Concerts and some majestic architecture to go with very strong road infrastructure.
Running.
It's gone up in the air, and that's clear the fence. Monster hit. He hit 3 sixes in the last innings also. That was pretty effortless from the left-hander.
Soon, let's get him up the order. He's opening the BBL, he's opened the bowling, he's opened the batting. That is as good as it gets. Delightful.
That's his go-to area. If you followed him the last little bit, whether it's full or short, he'll go through that mid-wicket area.
Running.
Yeah, seen a lot of Shane Watson has sooner or on. He knew it was coming. A little shimmy and get back in the box. Whether you can try and swivel hook it or even ramp it over Brad Haddon, the keeper, but no pace on that one. Signal it's the one for the over. So a good change up from Watson. Got to claw his way back on this over. Does the big Queenslander.
Running.
It's gone over the infield. May just find the fence. That's well connected. Beautifully timed by the left-hander. 6 and a 4. Just releases the pressure.
Isn't it amazing when a player that's down the order for a bit and all of a sudden they're given a little bit of license up the top of the order in a competition, and all of a sudden they think they can do it all the time, and he's doing it at the moment. Short ball through the mid-wicket area, full ball up and over the offside.
I think he's generally in excellent position to hit the ball. We saw what he did with the short ball, stayed inside the line and clubbed it over mid-wicket, and then when the ball was pitched up, he was in position, wait slightly on the back foot, but drilled it through the cover area. So not bad hitting positions for the left-hander. It's 21 off 21 now. There he goes again. Another massive hit from Sunil Narayan. Raz is off, he doesn't like it. This is as good as over for him. Magnificent strike force from the left-hander.
Yes, love this game. Owners are loving it. Flick. And not a great line from Watto. Fetch that, please. Yeah, lovely line for Narayan just to help it on its way.
He's not interested in catch a crore. The owner he's got a couple of crores. Doesn't need any more. See, when the ball is pitched up, he's in a reasonably good position to play a forceful shot. Excellent batting from Sunil Narayan. Very impressive stuff.
The beauty of this over, it just takes all the pressure off Jason Roy now. He was going exceptionally well, but he might have been thinking, well, we faltered at the back end of the innings yesterday. Do I need to go? Well, he doesn't now. He's got Sunil Narayan doing all the hard work for him. 18 off just the 6 deliveries, strike rate of 300.
Running. Last 4.
We've seen some powerful hitting in this over. Yeah. 21 runs off this over, and Misbah looks a bit helpless now. 149 for the loss of 4. Cruising 149 for the loss of 4. Sunil Narayan 18 from just 6 deliveries, and Jason Roy has Lit the charge with a well-made, well-placed 58.
Another 10 seconds. Standby back in 5, 4, running, 2.
Mohammad Sami bowls a good Yorker. That's the way to go.
Sure is. Wasn't far away from the off pole. Yeah, bat speed. Cross seamers from Shane Watson have disappeared big time. And over 17, went for 21. Sunil Narayan and Jason Roy combine to take down Shane Watson. And the equation now very, very comfortable.
Running.
That's good bowling. Twice he almost did him with Yorker. He's still got pace, Mohammad Sami. What, he's 35, 36. But you see him in the field also, he'll give his 100%. Very athletic.
Well, Shane Watson might have the maroon cap on at the moment. I think the most amount of wickets taken, but he's got a little bit of tap in the tournament so far. He went for 44 yesterday. For 21 off his last over as the 150 is up.
Single digits now. Lahore need 8 of 15.
Such a jam-packed tournament, isn't it? You play last night and you have a winner or a loss and you've got to turn it around within, well, it's less than 24 hours. So the coaching staff, management need to be on their job. Senior players need to be on their job.
Something did brush as it went to the keeper. I think probably the thigh pad. But Sami is making a point here. How to bowl to Narayan. Yorker, limit his bat access to the offside, not allow him any width. Good bowling.
Yeah, and he's deceptively quick. Always has been with that fast arm action. Skip through the crease.
Running.
What has he got now? Sami. Yeah, look to go Yorker again.
What a timer of the ball, Sunil Narayan. And batting confidently, I think that is where he's been impressive. He's been given a role not as a pinch hitter, but as a proper batsman. And some of the shots that he's played has been amazing. Scintillating stuff.
Well, he's hit to all parts, hasn't he? Mind you, the bowling hasn't been that consistent, so it's hard to set a field, but he's still put them away. So all of a sudden, 4 needed.
That's the over.
So 4 required, it's 155 for 4.
Go great. Naveed there. Naveed. So, who suggested we the player should be 6
Just a strike away now, Lahore. They'd be pretty happy with their performance because they deserve to win their first game also. Couldn't chase down a small target of 139.
Running.
The way Sunil Narayan is batting, this could be over of this delivery.
And I think he should be in. Young Sunil Narayan. See him finish it off. He's come in and played a lovely little cameo of note. 22 from 11. Striking at 200 just quietly. Surveys the scene. He's having a look around. Got more gold than Mike Tyson. Look at the state of it.
Running.
There he goes, and here's a win for the Qalandars, and it's an impressive win. They win by 6 wickets. They're off the mark in this HBL PSL 2. The fans love it. A thumping win in the end, and credit to Narayan and especially to Jason Roy for putting up a grand show here. 60 from 51, Jason Roy, and his partner 26 from 12. Went at a strike rate of over 200.
Pakistan go for a break. Cops can continue.
So a very important win indeed. United, the champions of Edition 1, been floored here by the excellence of Qalandars' all-round performance. They were sharper in the field, very good with the ball, that set up this impressive run chase led by Jason Roy, who remained not out on 60 from 51.